welcome to this update video this morning. I hope you're doing really great, and we'll be looking at what is happening across the North Atlantic. So as forecast, there's definitely that rainfall increase ongoing in parts of the Caribbean, in areas such as the Dominican Republic. I mean, it's been raining a lot, not only this week but also last week as well. There's been a lot of rain around some areas. There's been some thunderstorms. There's been some flooding in parts of Jamaica yesterday as well, although there were some areas that did not receive much rain. However, with that increase in moisture in the air, it's likely that there will be more rainfall today and even a greater risk of flooding for some of those low-lying areas. So let's get straight into what is happening. We're looking at the infrared satellite imagery. We can see that there's quite a bit of thunderstorm activity developing within the vicinity of the Bahamas. A few thunderstorms also around parts of eastern Cuba and near Jamaica, and even some showers around this morning as well. As we look toward Hispaniola, not as much in terms of widespread showers right now, but of course there could be some heavy rain later today. And then as we head toward Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands, there is some activity in the area, and with the Lesser Antilles, there are those showers coming in from the east. ABC Islands, much not really happening. Same thing for most of Central America, but last night was pretty active with some thunderstorm activity. Now, before we go ahead with the rainfall forecast, here is the question of the day. What device is used to measure wind speeds? So there are many elements of weather out there, and there are different devices used to capture them. So what device is used to measure wind speeds? Save your answer, and of course, as usual, it will be discussed later in the video and you'll know if you got it correct. As we look at the rainfall forecast for today, here we can see that the Northern Caribbean is quite colorful. The Bahamas, parts of Cuba, Jamaica, Hispaniola, the Turks and Caicos Islands, and even towards Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands. So today there could be the maximum of up to 1 inch of rain or so within these various areas here. So if you're going out, it would be good to carry an umbrella. And should you encounter any floodwaters, I must reiterate, please do not attempt to cross. So this video was posted, guys, and this is what you don't want to do. You don't want to damage your vehicle, and then you're going to have to spend a lot of money to get it fixed. So do not attempt to drive through those submerged roadways. As we look to the Lesser Antilles, we can see that not as much color around, but some green shading. So as I said, those showers are coming in from the east, likely some intermittent rain for the islands throughout today. Trinidad, Tobago, Grenada, the Grenadines, St. Vincent, Barbados, maybe St. Lucia, Martinique, Dominica, heading up to Guadeloupe, Antigua, Barbuda, Montserrat, St. Kitts and Nevis, Saba, St. Eustatius, St. Martin, St. Bartholomew, Anguilla. There could be some intermittent showers today. ABC Islands, much not really expected, maybe a passing shower if you guys are lucky there. And then headed towards Northern South America, Colombia will be active as usual. Same thing in parts of Venezuela, Guyana, Suriname, French Guiana. There could be some downpours as well, and some thunderstorm activity later today. Panama, Costa Rica, similar story where there's likely to be some thunderstorms and even some downpours. Maybe not as much for Honduras, Nicaragua, the Bay Islands of Honduras as well, San Andres, Providencia, parts of the Yucatan, and even northern Guatemala. But headed towards El Salvador and even parts of southern Guatemala, even southern Belize as well, could receive a few showers as we head through today. Cayman Islands is going to be nearby all of that moisture increase, so there could definitely be some showers around. South Florida also within some of that shade in there, so there could be some rainfall at some point today. Now, this is what the GFS model is forecasting. This is as we're going to be heading into the start of tomorrow on Thursday. We can see all of these green shadings around the Northern Caribbean, and even some spots of yellows and reds where we would have some of the heavier rain. Again, there is that increase in moisture. There's a trough that's going to be developing from this. And as we head into tomorrow afternoon, here we can see all this activity moving out. Eventually, as we head towards Friday evening, this moves even further out to the northeast, but because it is a trough of low pressure, it's going to really help to influence the rain, and as a result could cause an increase in rainfall activity for parts of the eastern Caribbean, such as the Lesser Antilles, even Puerto Rico, the Virgin Islands, and potentially the ABC Islands as well. This is the simulated infrared satellite imagery of what we could see happen from GFS. So as we head into tomorrow, going into Friday, look at all that increase in activity across the Eastern Caribbean. So it is a similar thing to what we saw happen last week, but this one seems a bit more widespread. So again, there's likely to be more heavy rain across parts of the Northern Caribbean, the Bahamas, Turks and Caicos Islands, Cuba, Jamaica, Hispaniola, which includes Haiti and the Dominican Republic, even some spots in Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands. And as a result, there may be some instances of flooding, additional flooding that is, as we head through today. Now, as we take a look at the wind forecast here, we can see that there are some purple shadings and even some spots of blues popping up. So this morning, it's a little bit active for parts of the southern Bahamas, Turks and Caicos Islands. However, as we head into this evening, it is likely that winds are going to be kicking up in parts of the Lesser Antilles and even the ABC Islands as well. Not going to be so active for areas such as Jamaica and even the Cayman Islands. It's not going to be too breezy as we head through today. I mean, if there's a quick thunderstorm developing or so, it may seem a bit stormy for a brief moment. But in terms of those continuous strong winds, that is not anticipated. And so, of course, guys, it's a pretty wet middle going to the end of the week for parts of the Caribbean, and I will continue to keep you posted on all that is happening and everything expected. So that is basically what I wanted to share with you. And now we're going back to the question that I asked at the start of the video. Let's see if you got it correct. What device is used to measure wind speeds? The answer is an anemometer. So anemometers are used to measure wind speeds, and wind is one of the many elements of weather. So this is how the anemometers look, and they're commonly found at many weather stations. So they have these cups that rotate when the wind blows, and that is how meteorologists are able to determine the wind speed. So just some basic information, guys, and that is pretty much what I wanted to share with you in this update video. So again, if you're to be affected by all the rainfall activity anticipated today in the Northern Caribbean, again, parts of the Bahamas, Turks and Caicos Islands, Cuba, Jamaica, Hispaniola, potentially Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands, please stay safe as best as you can and do not take any unnecessary risks. But I hope you found the video to be informative. And if you have any questions, do feel free to leave them down in the comments. I will respond to you when I get the chance to do so. And remember to always do otherwise.